expand our palates. Nah. Well, I'm slow. You're but I'm like, what's seriousness? Yeah, mate.
All right, we'll go. We'll
The
go.
Jeopardy theme song plays.
We'll make it on the. It'll make a bit of it somehow. All right, BC, welcome back to Palate Expanders.
What episode is this, Garrett?
17. I finished editing 16 today, which is why I know that. So 17 episodes. We have yet another 2 set of brews here. I think we're getting to the point where like we have to have a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
and I need to update the spreadsheet.
Yeah, you sent me one.
Yeah,
it's helpful. Because I brought the same thing a couple of times.
Have we?
Yeah, I think I brought Viking's blood at least.
Oh,
twice.
you did it. Yeah, I did it twice. So, anyways, we're having to get to the point where we can actually remember what we have brought before. So, BC brought this today for 17. I have no idea what it is.
There's not gonna.
In fact, he, in his own fashion, he left it unlabeled. So I had to remind myself that this is his Palate Expanders with my own label. And then mine, of course, has somewhat of a label on it. Not as fancy as I used to. I'll say that.
Yeah, you're coming to the
No
dark
spoilers.
side.
Well, it's fancier than no label.
Pow!
So
The best thing about not labeling is you don't have to remove the label later.
the labels I have come right off now without any water. It's pretty nice. Okay, let's go and pour.
And
Very different colors, of course. Oh, look at that.
what an opportune moment for the garage door to go down.
Is that the sound of the alcohol talking?
Yeah, it's the tidal forces.
All right, so you
combining.
have brought something that looks, if I was just guessing, it's a berry or a piment or something based off color alone. And then I have straw, gold.
See, like, I feel like this is Palate Expanders hacks. If you just give me something gold, it makes it a lot more difficult to deduce what's inside.
Well, to be fair, if you said to me that this is...
That's a traditional mead.
Yeah, you're like, this is a trad. I'd be like, well, maybe like buckwheat. Like there's like 3 honeys that are this color. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I feel like starting with mine might be a safer bet.
Sure.
So I know you're dealing with some
I have a little bit of cold right now.
cold things. I wonder, I'm going to take a quick tally of how many episodes of Palate Expanders have had
I have a 2-year-old,
cold issues.
and so we're sick basically
Yeah.
always. It's just,
I just think it's more of a common theme now in Palate Expanders lore.
yeah. I mean, when I'm feeling well, I have to shoot all my content in batches, so that way my voice sounds normal when I might be sick for 3 weeks. It's great.
What do you get with your somewhat muted nose?
Honey, there's a little perfumey, kind of flowery note in there, like a soft, you know, that church lady on the back row. You walk past her and you kind of get that.
Bertha. Yep.
Yeah. A little bit of that. Not crazy strong. Kind of smells like a trad. Little fruitiness in there, but not anything big. I'm not thinking of anything big.
All right. Yours. Here we go. Ooh, that's definitely like a strawberry berry, mixed berry, deep aroma that's like not very honey forward. The nose is like, this is way more in your face. This one I'm digging deeper. Nope, now I'm getting grape.
It's playing the bass notes.
Now I'm getting a piment vibe from this bad boy. A little bit of honey, but mostly like that rich grape juicy, or like dark berry. Nah, I'm getting more grape. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Very different. Let's start with mine.
Yeah. Agree.
Let's do it.
It's a very straightforward tasting mead.
Yep.
I know I'm like debilitated by my cold, but it tastes like a traditional.
Okay.
There's something kind of winey about it,
Yeah.
like Pinot Grigio or something, like a
I can see that.
white wine kind of flavor, not like a country fruit wine flavor though. Just a little wininess.
Yeah.
Which I guess could come from whatever honey varietal is in here.
It's actually beer. This is
No, flat beer.
I poured a.
It's not bad.
Pours into here.
It's there's a little youth in there, and I wouldn't call it alcohol or burn or heat. There's like that like it's like everything hasn't quite married together yet.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. I think there's a lot of flavors here that are not totally friendly.
Yeah, like the Lego pieces haven't locked in.
Yeah.
Just yet. Mm-hmm. But I can taste where it's going.
Okay.
It's not bad.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to try at least. We're gonna see. It feels, it feels almost oaky, but it's not. It's like a big body. Maybe my brain is going to body and oak. It does have some of that presence. It's like dark, very fruity. That reminds me of a pie mint. Or cherry.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like a dark cherry vibe. Slightly, but I'm still leaning more towards pie mint world. It's really rich. This is jammy.
Yeah, it's
Using our terminology we like to use here.
a big boy. It's a big boy mead. That's for
The
sure.
alcohol is not super hot, but I can tell it's big. You know what I mean? Just based off of the presence of it. Like when you breathe out, you can feel but it's not like burning me.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a pie mint. It's gotta be some varietal pie mint.
Okay.
I'm not good enough to know.
I was gonna say, are you gonna guess the grape?
I wish I could. I could throw one out there and say Merlot or something. Well, actually, no, I've had a Merlot. I've done a Merlot recently. I don't know. I'm just not guessing on the grape. A red grape pie mint, obviously. Okay. With a heavy hand of some oak in there, maybe some barreling of sorts. It does have a cherry vibe, which is throwing me off a little bit. There's like a richer cherry note in there that makes me think that way.
I'm very impressed with your palate. I'm not gonna disclose it just yet, but like you're circling the drain a little bit on this one.
We'll see if it actually goes in or if
Yeah.
flies on out. That's my vibe. Cherry, okay. some sort of cherry note in here with a pie mint. I know you have a barrel, so that's insider knowledge that I know about your world. You have a barrel, so this could have been barrel aged, or you could have just oaked it. It does have some chew on it.
Chomp.
It's a little bit of chomp. That's it. That's my guess.
And I'm gonna guess that this is a white wine pie mint.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who's going first? I'll go first.
Okay.
This is a Merlot pie mint.
All right. Oh!
It was barrel aged.
Okay.
But it's not cherry. It was blueberry.
Oh, okay.
So it was mostly Merlot with pretty heavy-handed blueberries. All that fruit macerated together. I pressed it, added honey, fermented it, threw it in the barrel, put it back in the carboy, and it is about 2 years old at this point.
Very good.
I still have some balancing I want to do on it, but when I moved it from the barrel to the 5-gallon carboy, I had a little bit left over.
Yeah.
So I bottled a few bottles. So this is an unbalanced, unfinished 2-year-old.
But it's still pretty good. Without the extra balancing, I think you're right. So a little bit of acid adjustment would really lift this thing up. But I do think if you added acid, you'd have to add some honey too.
Yeah.
Like 5 points. Not a lot, just enough to really bump up more of the fruit and hit that acid too. Because if you just did acid here, I think it'd be...
Yeah. I have since this, I've added some concentrated blueberry juice to kind of bulk up the blueberry flavor.
Now you're saying it, and I'm like, of course it's blueberry. I don't know I had cherry.
Now in tasting it, like you said, it doesn't feel as sweet. So I think when I rack it the next time, I'm going to add another probably pound of honey to it just to kind of lift
Still
it back
very
up.
good. I highly...
I'm really happy with it. I think at 3 or 4 years...
Is there a video on this one?
There will not be a video on this one.
Well, you know what's fun? There's not a video on mine either.
Oh, great. What is it?
Mine is I call it the vacationing dragon. It's a passion fruit, dragon fruit, tropical honey mead. So it's, there's a lot of trad there. It started off as a experiment of 2 different yeasts.
Okay.
And then I dropped the experiment because I was like, this is stupid. And I was doing the giant 20 yeast test. So made 2 big trads, racked it to a container, added in a 5-gallon batch, like 1.5 pounds of passion fruit, and a pound and a half of dragon fruit, like not a lot into it, and let it set for a very long time, back sweeten ever so slightly. And that was about it. And it's been sitting for a little bit. I don't know what the age is.
Well, it tastes like a wonderful white wine pie mint.
Yeah, I mean the honey character is probably the only thing there.
It's dominant.
It's
dominant.
The fruitiness coming from everything else is like, meh. So
Yeah. But the fruitiness like adds that winey kind of element that gives it yet another kind of point on the dial of complexity. So it's nice. It's just it doesn't taste like the fruits that are in it. But that's not always a bad thing either.
well, you know, if this was going off to a comp, it would not do well because I'd be declaring these things and they go, well, you know, I don't taste it. So
Yeah.
anyways,
It's quite good though.
it's not bad for something that I just salvaged. Honestly, I was just like, I got to do something with this 5 gallons of mead. Let's see what happens. It was one of those walking through Walmart and you're like, oh, look, there's a dragon fruit. I'm never going to get dragon fruit again. So let's buy like, you know, a pound and a half of it or however much it was. Well,
you nailed it. You're pretty darn close.
man, I wish I had said like, oh yeah, this is Merlot and like just been so confident.
I was really impressed. I was making eyes at the camera when you said Merlot.
Well, I do have a Merlot wine that I've done, but it's not very. It has no sweetness left, so I feel like a lot of that character has been zapped.
Well, the blueberry transforms it quite a bit too. You wouldn't think it would, but it doesn't really taste like blueberry. It like tastes like something that you're getting from the grape.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Very good. There should be a video on this. Maybe you.
Nah.
You're like no video.
No. This was a big, expensive, labor of love, personal project, and you know it's the type of thing where it's so belabored by screw ups as you're going through the process. It wouldn't even make sense really to make a video on it because I would be constantly having to backtrack and explain why you shouldn't do the thing that I just did.
Some people like that.
Some people do. Yeah, there are whole channels for that.
Well, our record is. Maybe I'll also in my deep dive I'll find a record of how many times we've gone.
Yeah,
right
we should make a
You know
graph.
what? I'm gonna make you figure that out. I'm not going backwards. You can go watch Palate Expanders. Let us know our record. Let's see who's up and down. I'm curious to see who. I'll put a prize. It'll be in the Discord. Wow. If you can get me an accurate tally, give me that tally in the Discord, and I'll give you a prize.
Cool. I'll throw in something too.
All right.
Make us a spreadsheet.
my Discord, by the way. His Discord, still go join it, but it'll be in my Discord specifically.
Yeah.
Come find me over there. But episode 17, that's a wrap. We're getting close to 20.
Man, I feel like I got to do something big for 20. I'll do my best.
No water mead. Let's go.
No water, no honey. Just an empty bottle.
All right, see you next time.
Cheers.